Hey there, BookTube, it's Bobby, aka Paginator, and I'm here today to ask for your help. So I have been reading some of my TBRs for December pretty quickly, and I thought I've for sure got enough time to add a couple of more books to this month, and I noticed that my little LGBT section in my TBR area, I haven't grabbed one of those books in a while, and so I was looking at them and I wasn't sure which one to pick. So I'm going to have you guys pick for me. I've got 6 LGBT titles here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about each one, and the book that receives the most votes in the comments down below will be the one that I choose to read in the month of December. So let's not waste any more time and let's get into the books. The first one is The Degenerates by J. Albert Mann, and this is about 4 girls who each take turns telling the story, and they have been diagnosed as idiots, morons, and imbeciles back in the day, and they are in the Massachusetts School for the Feeble-Minded. We have Maxine, who's struggling to protect her younger sister, Rose, who's in an institution where vicious attendance and bullying girls rule, Alice, who's dropped off by her brother when he decides his growing family can't support a sister with a club foot. He's a garbage person. And London, who's just been dragged there from the best foster situation she's ever had. So these girls are in a terrible place, and they are determined to change their fate. I'm assuming that the LGBT element comes in some kind of romantic connection between a couple of the girls. And I guess we'll just find out as we read. Next, we have Kings, Queens, and In-Betweens by Tanya, Boteju. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I'm so sorry. This is about a girl named Nima, and she's been in love with her straight best friend forever. But through like kind of bizarre set of circumstances, she kind of gets pulled into the world of drag, which happens on the other side of town. And she meets all these fierce drag queens and drag kings and what does it say? Macho drag queens, magical queens, new love interests, and surprising allies will move Nima both painfully and hilariously closer to a self she never knew she could be. And part of this new self is going to be letting go of that love that she's held on to for such a long time, and perhaps even opening the door to a new kind of love. Little side note, you may have noticed the background looks slightly different. I am sitting in a rocking chair. Well, it's a glider chair. I love this chair so much. It used to be in my grandmother's house, and then my sister had it for a while, and then she gave it to me, and so I have put it here in my office. I probably won't film a lot in this chair, but I was feeling kind of like nostalgic today and just wanted to sit in my grandmother's chair, so I kind of turned the camera on an angle, and here we are. Alright, next book is Late to the Party by Kelly Quindlen. This is about a girl who is 17. Her name's Cody. She is gay. She's never been kissed, never crashed a party, never stayed out too late. She and her 2 best friends, Maritza and Jacori, spend their time watching Netflix and hanging in the basement. And when they decide to finally like do something teenagery and go crash a party, Cody accidentally stumbles upon one of the cool kids kissing another boy. And this cool kid is a boy, and in exchange for her silence, this cool kid, Ricky, kind of pulls her into this new popular world, but Cody doesn't tell Maritza or Jacori about any of it, so I'm guessing there's going to be friendship issues along with probably relationship stuff. Sounds kind of fun teenagery story, so that's a Late to the Party. Then we have One Man Guy. This is by Michael Barakiva, and it's about a boy named Alec who is super stoked for summer until his parents tell him, guess what, you're going to summer school and get your grades up. And in summer school, he meets Ethan, and Ethan is everything that Alec wants to be. He's confident, he's carefree, he's very lighthearted and joyful, and they become good friends, and then Alec starts to realize maybe Ethan wants to be more than friends, and you know what, maybe I'm okay with that, because I've never thought about that before, but maybe, yeah. So this seems like could be a fun one to read. Then we have When the Moon Was Ours. This was longlisted for the National Book Award, and it is a Stonewall Honor book, which is really cool. This is about 2 best friends, Emil and Sam, and it says they're as strange as they are inseparable. Emil has roses that grow from her wrist, somehow magically, And Sam says he's known for the moons he paints and hangs in the trees, and for how little anyone knows about his life before he and his mother moved to town. I'm going to read a little bit more from the back of this one than most of the other books, just because I think it's worded really well here. It says, but as odd as everyone considers Meal and Sam, even they stay away from the Bonner girls, 4 beautiful sisters rumored to be witches. Now they want the roses that grow from Meal's skin, convinced that their scent can make anyone fall in love, and they're willing to use every secret Meal has fought to protect to make sure she gives them up. So I'm not sure which, or like maybe there's more than one character that's LGBT. I don't know. I'll have to find out as I read the story. And the last one is a multiple award-winning book, If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Russo. We have the Lambda Literary Awards finalists, the Walter Dean Myers Award. The print is small there. I can't tell if it's like a finalist or the actual winner. I think it was the actual winner. And then we have the Stonewall Book Award. This is a trans young lady named Amanda, and at her old school she was Andrew, and now she's the new girl in school and living her best Amanda girl life, and she doesn't want to get too close to anyone, but she meets this guy Grant who's very sweet, very easygoing, and she starts to kind of let him into her life, but she's really, really worried. She's trying to guard her heart, but she's wants to embrace this friendship and possibly more than friendship, but what if Grant finds out her secret and what's going to happen? I can only begin to imagine how difficult it must be to be in that kind of situation, and I'm guessing this is going to be an emotional read just because it's going to be such a difficult thing for her to go through. So I guess we'll see. So we have quite a variety of titles here, and if I will put the list of them in the space below, and if you'll just put the book that you would like me to read out of these 6 in the comments. Let's see, this is going to be uploaded on the 9th of December, so let's give it a week, and I'll look at the votes then, and probably be ready to read the book by that point. So there we go. I hope you guys are having a wonderful and bookish day. Thanks for voting and helping me out. Happy reading. Adios.